So here I am going to do some brazing. Let's talk about the control train slightly before I begin. So we've got 3 components here, and I've got the OFN, oxygen-free nitrogen. So we have oxygen-free nitrogen going through the pipework while we're brazing, because it prevents oxidization. If you get oxidization while you're brazing, it causes sooting internally, which will block up the pipes and maybe damage the compressor. So let's look at what I'm doing here. So oxygen-free nitrogen, that's going to come through. I've connected it through here. That's just on a low flow rate, just to stop it oxidizing. I've got the dryer, that's covered in a damp cloth. It's directional sensitive. You can put cooling gel on. Sight glass. And here we have a solenoid with a magnet on. That's to keep it open. So here, what I've done is, I've got the pressure already set. So theoretically speaking, I can just turn that on and the flow is just perfect. So now I can just about feel the nitrogen coming through. So when I start brazing, it's not going to cause any contamination internally on the pipe. It's only a small pipe that I'm brazing, so I'm going to be using this blowtorch adapter. Matte gas, it's the hottest, and I've got a brazing torch conversion kit on the top. It's copper to copper, so it just needs a brazing rod. If you're going copper to any other material, like brass, you would need silver rods. They're stronger, they can handle vibration more, and they have flux built in as well. So this is the brazing kit we're using today. So the oxygen lasts about 30 minutes, whereas the 400 Mexigax will probably last about 3 hours. So there's a huge difference there, so you can't really waste time. The nozzle, I'm going to put a number 3 in. A number 3 will do 1/2 inch and above, moving the flame. However, it's got number 2 in, and you want to settle for the point where it stops lifting off the nozzle. So that's just about right. And now I'm going to add the oxygen. I want to go for a neutral flame, which is equal parts gas. And what a neutral flame is where you've got a bright cone right after the end of the nipple, the nozzle, and there's no after flame on it, after point on it. It's just a glow, and I put a picture of it now. So, copper to copper, use a brazing rod. No flux is needed. Little brazing rod like this. Get it cherry red. Add it on. If you're brazing from copper to brass or any other component material, use a silver brazing rod. These have a lower temperature and they also make it a stronger joint. And when you use this, you use flux. With this flux, it's powder flux. You mix it with a bit of water, put some on the brazing rod and feed it through. So I'm setting the nitrogen now, so you can see how low the pressure is. Listen to it. I'm going to get it even lower. You can just about hear it now. So that's all set. Now I'm going to turn it off. Whenever you're brazing as well, always make sure your pipework is smooth inside. So always deburr it as well. If there's any filings inside, it can possibly damage the compressor, whether it's a scroll or a rotary, and it could also go towards blocking the dryer as well. In refrigeration, we have service valves. These are completely different to what's in the plumbing and heating industry. They're not like gate valves, full turn, quarter turn. They work slightly different. They're called back seating and front seat. So here we have one. Here we have a service point. Whenever you're getting exams, you'll always be asked about this seal. If you're doing a tightness test, there's a possible leakage. Always check around here. So if you turn this fully anti-clockwise, it will shut off the supply to the service point. So if you open it fully clockwise, it will isolate everything, your vacuum pump, your recovery pump. Fully anti-clockwise, then turn it back 8/4 turns. And then you're not back seating it, you're not front seating it, you're leaving it right in the centre. So another point to consider is the expansion valve. If you're working on that, protect it with some cooling gel and damp cloth. Always take out the cartridge inside. When you go to recover the refrigerant or vacuum, and you go to charge it again, just remember your pressure gauge, your control unit might need resetting as well. Consider when you're brazing or you want to purge nitrogen through, the shraders. Always take the pin out. The O-ring might get burnt or damaged, and when you put the nitrogen through, you want it to go straight through the system.